These squared off dishes that you saw me throw in the last clip, I'm going to show you how I go about trimming them. So join me for that. 19th of October. Yep. So what I'm going to do with these, they're kind of awkward numbers to trim, as you can appreciate, because of the raised bit here. So in other words, if I put it down on the wheel head, you get that kind of thing going on, you see. So we have to come up with a solution. But we are potters, aren't we? We're ingenious, we are versatile, we have to come up with a solution, don't we? So one of the things you can do is make yourself a chuck. Now I have this knocking around in my studio, which I use from time to time for different awkward trimming situations. So that will just, you see, it fits in there, doesn't it? So in other words, I can invert it like that and trim it. So let's just get that on the wheel head. Let's just tap center him. So I'm tapping him into center, using the concentric lines here to assist my eye to get him where I want, which is about there. What I'm going to do then is just take a piece of soft clay, keep it pressed down, put one piece of clay there, okay? Let it come round, keeping it pressed down. Take another piece of clay, put it there. Press it down, and another piece there. It's just to keep it a little bit in the middle, because otherwise it'll move around. Oh, sorry, camera. Kick the camera, why don't you? I had it too close to the wheel. That's what happens if you have a kick wheel, you see, or treadle wheel. All right, so let's just bring it in a bit. Use the old zoomificate it. All right. So let's just take one of these guys. Some of them are a little. That one on the end was a bit. I'll tell you what I did, and I'll bring it to our attention because it was not good actually. What I did, you won't be able to notice it, but you see where I put these little make-believe handles. I did not get it not quite opposite one from the other. Alright, so just damp that like that. Make sure it's clean here. Okay, and I'm just going to lay that over the top. And now what I've got to do is centralize that. So I'm looking over there in my mirror. Now this is a little bit well, I'm not going to say it's complicated, it isn't complicated, but in order to get it into, you see what happens is you've got to get it so I'm using my mirror a little bit here because this is not straightforward tap centering like you've seen me do before. It's a little bit okay, it's a little bit of a fiddle, you see. Just got to be a bit patient. So what I'm going to do now is cut this foot. So always keeping a finger there. Alright. So what I need to think in my mind now is width there of the foot. Now the one I did before, I'll quickly show you. Where is he? Here he is. This one, which I did, this was like a prototype. These were a design I just came up with, and I made them, and just by stroke of luck or genius, I don't know, they seemed to work, you know. But I thought that in fact the feet were just a little bit narrow, perhaps. So anyway, I'm just doing a first cut like that, and now I'm going to cut in there. And now another cut there. Dee, 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 dee. So with these trim tools, because they've got a corner, the blade goes all the way from where my finger is, all the way around that corner. You can actually use the corner to dig in and cut, which is nice. I like it. Okay. So I've established that diameter. Now I've got to think about the inside. So what I usually like to do is make a mark where I'm okay, now so using that mark, you see, as a bit of a guide. Yeah. I'm still kind of feeling my way with these because, as I told you, I've not made many of these, and with any new sort of design, you have to feel your way a bit, decide what you like. Or what you don't like. Okie dokie. So when you've done a cut like this, sometimes I just take my hand, my fingers, and just go like that, lightly. Okay? Let's take him off. Have a look. Well, I think, I don't know if you can see, in proportion, he's not as narrow footed. Diameter of the foot is a little bit more in proportion to the hole, which, just thinking if it should have just a touch more of an angle there than what I've given it. Just on that edge there. So when you do this, don't leave a too much of a sharp angle point, Just something to bear in mind. That's one of the reasons I said just run your fingers over, because it just does smooth it a little bit. Yeah. All right, let's just pull back the camera. Now these, you may just want to, or what I like to do is just go over these a little bit at this stage now, at the leather hard stage, just to, in case they might need just a little tidying, They're just a suggestion of a sort of handle, but they're not really a handle. They don't really do anything, Okay, let's do one more. Why don't we do one more? That one on the end there. So you see the shape, the subtle squared off design, which I quite like. Just check for thickness through here before you start wildly cutting away. Not a bad idea. Just to give yourself an idea before you start cutting how much thickness you've got, you see. Okay. So that one we just did, we should, maybe I'll just get my, it wasn't that one, was it? It was this one. Yeah, let me just get my calipers a minute. I'm just going to do an approximate measurement. Yeah. Okay, so I've set those calipers, and we suitably in the picture. Yeah. Bring it in a touch. So yeah, let's center him up. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. So let's first of all cut like that. Okay, that's the first cut. You see, and it's already, I've taken it sufficiently. So now I'm going to do a cut there, like that. Let's bring that camera in a bit. These are the details that we need, aren't they? Maybe if I could go a bit closer. Alright. So, first cut like that. Second cut in. Just take it in a touch. These are not very deep feet. Now all this area here, I've got to trim this, you see. So let's take that away there. So trimming down the side here. Now be careful, the lugs, the make-believe lugs here, you see, just be aware that they are there. Now using the corner here, digging in there, just digging that corner in, you see, and that'll, okay. Now cutting a bit of an angle there. just referring to my other one that I did, just to, okay, yeah, as I'm sort of still new on this shape sort of thing, I'm just trying to feel my way. So that light, that angle that I've cut there kind of relates to the form here, you see. It relates. Try and relate that to that. That's my theory. Okay. So now here, just putting in a guideline there like that. Cutting back to the center. Oh! Ha! That was inconvenient, wasn't it? That is the sort of thing that happens, isn't it, sometimes? It gets knocked off center. Like that again. Let's just do a comparison with that one we did. Alright, put it there so you can see it. Yeah, size is the same. I've got to just take a little more off there. I'm just going to put a little bit of water there on the top of that bisque fired chuck. Yeah, it's a little bit of a fiddle, this. Nice slow wheel speed. Yeah, just having a look at this other one. Yeah. Right, okay. I think that's okay. Pull back the camera and just have a look at these two side by side. Make some comments. So there they are. I think you'll agree that the size is about right, yeah? Boom, 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 boom. I just did. Yeah. So where this has been on the inside of the, just cast your eye, because you might have a slight mark there, just where the top of the chuck here, you know, where it was touching the inside of the dish there. So now's the time just to go over it, check it. Take a seal, if you use a seal. Finger opposite the seal where you're going to press it, you see, because it's very easy to push through and make it like a, you know, you see it like a dent looming up at you from the bottom. Alright, there's that one. Likewise this one here, there's a little mark there where, so just a little water on the end of your finger, if you can use that, that's the best, like that, rather than using a sponge, but you may want to use a sponge. If you do use a sponge, just use it not too much, you know, because you can bring up the sand and grog to the surface, whereas if I use my finger, it doesn't do that. Okay. So thinking about where to put the seal, well, we put it on the inside of the foot ring, and then I'd put it, like, say, underneath. You don't have to put it underneath, you could put it like halfway between the two, or put it underneath, just for the sake of neatness and everything, consistency. So I would put it underneath the little handle affair there. So so there we have these guys, which I've sealed now, and these are finished. Oh, put them on the end of the board up there. I shall do the remaining ones I've got here to do. Thanks, folks, for joining us. Hope that was helpful to you. Have a go at the, you know, throw a round form like these, for example, or, you know, and then alter the form by you know, you saw as I did with my fingers, just pull out while they're wet, and you'll just get that. I like it because it's a little bit subtle, isn't it? It's not too, the corners are not too hard, and you can still alter the form of it slightly when it's leather hard, just by, while it's still flexible a bit, you can, you know, make some alterations to the form. Okay, thanks for watching us, folks. Thanks for joining us here, October the 19th, at the close of the day, and just about, well, the close of the afternoon, early evening, and we're ready to do the next one. Go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. One-on-one workshops, 111, yes, if that interests you. What else? Yeah, I've got pots here, but they're not on their Etsy shop. If you want an up-to-date list of pots with photographs, just write to me. I'll email you some. Just give me an idea what you're interested in, and I'll email you. Tools, they're on the website, I think, pretty much. cut off wires, trim tools, throwing sticks, neck tools, what else? Sponge sticks. Where's my sponge stick? Here it is. Sponge stick. These leathers that you saw me making, I'm not selling them, but I may have some for sale here on workshops if people come, but I'm not going to get into doing these. You can do these yourselves, can't you? They're easy enough. Piece of cork and bit of leather. They work though. They work indeed, yeah. Okay folks, that's it. That's it until the next clip. Keep practicing and I'll see you then. Bye bye now.